I just love having strong glutes. And if you want to have strong glutes too, then I hope you can do this video. The older you get, the more important it is to work on your hip stability. If you don't, you will get weaker and your balance will deteriorate, your bone density and confidence, independence, just stability around the hips. You're also more likely to have knee pain, hip pain and back pain if you let your glutes get weaker. In this video, we're going to use resistance bands. If you don't have any, I highly recommend the link below to purchase the Arena Strength resistance bands. They'll come in within the week. They're really affordable and they're really good quality, and there's 3 levels of resistance in the little pack. And then you can really hammer into this video, which will work on all around your glute medius maximus and minimus, so you'll develop stronger glutes at any age. You can get stronger, and it's so important to do the work. Enjoy the video. It's just 15 minutes. I recommend doing it once or twice a week, and you'll love how you feel within a few weeks. And yeah, try to get these as well. So let's go. I've got the Arena Strength bands here, which I'll link to. And I'm going to start with the grey, which is the easiest one, and then I'll see how I feel for some of the other exercises. So the first exercise, you're standing, and then we'll do some floor exercises. So put the band, if you have one, just above your knees, and you can be in the middle of the room, but if you're a beginner and your balance is not great, then start with the wall around you. So we'll start bending the knees, pushing out on the band. Don't round out there. Keep your chest lifted. And then we'll push the right leg out to the side. So you can be in the middle of the room, or you can put your hand on the wall, or you can try just free balancing. Push out. Feel your abductors, your outer hip muscles. So bend and push out in the band there. Don't round out. And then we'll repeat on that same leg. So 2, push, pause, hold. And then here, push out. And then you can put your hand on the wall if you like. So you feel the left hip contracting as well as the right hip when you push on that band. There's weight on the left and there's resistance on the right. So it's quite a strong exercise. We'll do one more on this side. We'll finish on a hold. So you could be in the middle of the room, balancing, challenging your balance, or you could just have your finger on the wall or a chair and feel those muscles contracting here. Don't let your shoulders pull up. Okay, just rub around your hips, circle your hips one way, circle your hips the other way. Let's do the left leg abduction. So go bend the knees. So this is great for working the glutes and the thighs as well. It's good for bone density. And then push out through your left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep pushing out in that band. If it's too easy, get the next level of resistance. And you're opening and closing your chest too. Let's hold now. So you could have one hand on the wall or hold onto a chair if you need. And push out and feel the muscles contract. And then come center up and just circle your hips one way. You can rub in a little bit to the muscles. And big circles of your hips the other way. Just releasing a few of those muscles. Okay, and we'll do that again, but we'll alternate so make it balanced. But I'm going to take the band up a notch. I'm going to get the pink the pink band, so it'll be a bit harder on my muscles now. So you might stick with the one you've got. So inhale, bend the knees, push out. Oh yeah, I can feel my muscles a bit more now. And then exhale. Oh yeah, that's actually better for me, the pink one, for this, because I'm quite strong in the glutes. Just alternating here. This is great, this exercise, especially if you have some low bone density and balance issues. So I recommend getting these bands and doing this one. It's quite meditative as well. You can press the palms of the hands together and squeeze the shoulder blades together, so you can be working on your chest, your back muscles, as well as your thighs, your glutes. You can do as many as you like. Let's just do one more each side. Push out in that band. Make sure you don't lean forward. Squeeze around your knee joints. Keep your shoulders down. Let's finishing off now. Okay, little circle one way, then the other way. We're going to come down to the floor and do a few exercises on the floor now. I'm going to stick with the pink one. It seems like it's right for me now. Not too easy, not too hard. So lie down, put your left elbow down, and then just being on your side with your elbow down. You might need padding under your elbow if you're on a hard floor. And then it's called Clam Shell. So you push out and then close your knees together. So your feet stay together. You push out in the band. It could be a gentle push or a gentle resistance or a really strong push. And you should feel your muscles here in your outer right hip. You can also put your ear in your hand, push out. But if you want to make it a bit harder, then I'll show you how to make it harder. But if you're new to it, this should be enough to work, get those muscles strong. But then when you get a bit stronger, try this. It's much harder. And make sure it's okay on your left shoulder. So you lift up your hips. Try to keep your head in alignment and don't roll back. You can also put your right hand down. It's a bit easier. And you push out. And you feel your left hip working and your left waist working as well as your right hip. You can come back down and then come up and push out on the band and then come back down. So you can also just stay up and push and push. The really, really hard one. So it's fine if you just stick with this for now, just the basic clam. The really, really hard one, when you get really, really strong, I'll show you. So you got your legs straight and you lift your hips up. This is really hard. And you push out in the band and then you come down. You come up. Try to keep that hip forward. Push out. And it's actually the left hip's working, I think, probably harder to hold as the right. Oh, that's really hard. So you build up to that. Okay. I feel like that's enough for me for now on that side. So we'll all swap to the other side. I hope you're doing it with me and you're not just watching it. So put your right elbow down. And just start with the basic clam. So open the knees, push out into that band, and then close. Push out. Make sure you're not tensing your shoulders like I am there. So shoulders down. And if you're new, also you can have your ear in your hand, and that will be enough if you're new to this exercise. So just build up your strength slowly over time. It won't take long. If you keep committing to your body regularly, a couple of times a week, doing some strength work. So let's say you did this video a couple of times a week. After a few weeks, your body would adapt and get stronger. And then you would start to feel like, oh, you could do a bit more. So you could try this one. And at the beginning, you only do 1 or 2 of the harder. But then suddenly your body gets stronger and you can do a little bit more. Suddenly you'll find you're holding and you don't have to go down, and you feel like you've just got that deeper strength. Your body is amazing. It's very adaptive. So if you want to be strong, work on strength. If you value strength and health and independence and feeling your best and confidence, looking your best, feeling your best, you have to do the work. It's not going to happen on its own. Remember the really hard one, but don't rush into this. I really need to breathe through this one because it's really quite strong. I'm actually stronger on my right side. So what I should do is a bit less on this side because I feel like it's easier. So I should do actually a bit less on this and a bit more on the other side. Oh, it's so hard. Okay. So, good. So that will do for that. We're going to do one more. And if you're only going to do one, I think this is the best one to do. So if you only had 3 minutes, I think you'd do this one for the hips, for the glutes, for really strong glutes at the back and the outer hip, the abductors and the glute maximus. But also this one is targeting your lower back as well. So first have your feet down, setting up for bridge. And if you're not familiar with bridge, don't turn your head when you're in it. So have a look at what I'm doing first, then pushing up and then push out the band. And then bring your knees in a little bit, but don't let them collapse in, and then come down, upper vertebrae followed by lower. So you come up into the bridge, push out in the band, pause. And if you have recognised, like I've recognised over the years, that I'm stronger on my right side, my dominant side, my right leg, my right hip, my right arm, I've got more tension on the right side of my spine. So I would, recognising that, I'm going to put more push into my left hip side. So you don't have to make it perfectly symmetrical. This is a symmetrical exercise, but you can make it a little bit asymmetrical by pushing more into your weaker side. Also, you could try I'm going to try the black band now, or you could go down to the grey band, or you could even do it without the resistance band and you would still get a benefit. So this is the grey one. And then, no, that's too easy. I'm going to go to the black one. Definitely going to take it up a notch to finish off. And then also, if you're feeling really strong, you just stay up and you just push and hold. So let's finish on that. Into the bridge, push and hold. 10, 9, as though you're trying to break that band if you want, or you can keep it gentle, or you can make it really strong. 5, 4, oh, the black band's good. 3, it's really strong. 2, 1. Okay, great work. And if you did this video, let's do a quick release like this. See how my right hip, my right glute stretch? If you did this video a couple of times a week, I promise you, 2 or 3 weeks' time, you'd be up, you'd be strong, you'd get strong quickly, you'd have better balance, you'd just feel more stable around your hip joints. Your bone density will have increased a bit. Plenty of my students, let's stretch your left hip. Plenty of my students have actually improved their bone density. They've actually had the test before they started yoga and after, or they've done more yoga than normal and they've actually increased their bone density. Not all the time, but some people, no matter what they do, but genetics is a factor. Okay, good. And then take a few deep breaths, just lying on your back nice and relaxed. And I recommend my hips flexibility video. I'll link that on. If you've got time, do that now. So it's a great stretch around your hips. So keep them strong. and keep your hips also nice and free and mobile. Do the work, hit subscribe, and make sure you get these arena strength resistance bands. They're really worth the money, and it only takes a week for them to come. And they're only about 60, 70 Australian, and I'll put the link below the video too, so you can get these on the way and take your strength to the next level. Bye.